Hi everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of my time at Sandrock. We are picking up right where we left off last episode. So we just finished interrogating Penn and Miguel, and now we have all the evidence that was in their possession. So we're going to start going at it, looking at it. Start with here, a pen. A high quality steel pen, dark with glossy sheen. The make of it is...
Nice pen. I think everyone who finishes their residency in Medi gets one. Plus, I wonder, when did Miguel go astray? They certainly don't teach any Duvos doctrine in Medi, or else the Free Cities would have banned the church a long time ago.
I wish they gave me more time to read that. Check. A mirror. Simple mirror, worn at your polish, you see the reflection of the crystal clear, it is well taken care of. Stay humble. And...
nothing to see here, except ourselves. Anyway, if you'd given me 100 guesses as to what prized possession Penn would keep on his person at all times, I'd tell you, save your guesses. It's a mirror.
Okay. All I want for the bright sun is a guitar tab singer, Luna. Can't read music, maybe someone who can tell me more about this. Penn seems to have liked this song a lot. He even made notes on the side. Why would he care so much about the song?
Ugh, I'm so sick of this song. They play it everywhere for a week before the day of the bright sun in Atara. I love Luna, but the B-sides are really where she shines. Penn doesn't really play music, does he? Is he a fan? Kind of a long shot, but maybe someone who plays music could comment on the significance of this.
Either way, it's fine. I always say couldn't ask to be earnest.
A slightly uninspired choice for a nickname, but I wouldn't put it past him. Maybe once we've gone through everything here, we could ask him about it. Couldn't hurt.
And check this. On the letter, whether or not it's intended, letter begins your application to my girlfriend has been rejected.
I'm just gonna say it. I've always thought it was weird anyone could ever be into Penn. I mean, sure, he's in good shape. But as soon as he opens his mouth, barf. Wait a sec. I recognize this handwriting.
Similar to the burnt letters.
That's right. They're the same. Yes, no doubt in my mind that Penn wrote these letters, which could mean any number of things. But it confirms that Penn was relaying messages to Miguel from the Duvo side even before he was sent here.
Okay. With the weight.
If I had to say one nice thing about Penn, I guess it'd be that he's very dedicated to his training. I don't think I could lift this, let alone carry it with me through the day.
Let me try. There's probably a scene here that is not in the game.
Whoa, look at you! I knew you were strong, but I never knew you were that strong. You'll have to fill me in on the official builder training regimen sometime. Maybe our ACI program is becoming outdated.
Okay, and then this. So these ones have more, these two, actually this one more like have very important information in it, and it goes so fast. Can't write manuscript, order, stability, unity, main moralities, light order in the future of mankind by Miguel.
Not an expert, but none of this stuff is the actual Church of the Light scripture. So Miguel is making up his own content? That's bold. He really thinks he's got the chops to make changes to world-renowned scripture? It reads like fanfic. Okay, this is kind of a long shot. What if this stuff of his is actually working? I mean, some of those church folk are, let's say, impressionable. What if he's actually gotten through to some people and, like, brainwashed them?
Let's check on Burgess.
A fine idea. As the most impressionable of churchgoers, Burgess would be a fine litmus test to see whether or not Miguel's little fanfic has done any permanent damage.
And then this one. A list of Sandrock residents. What could this be for? All sorts of detailed information on each member of the town are documented here. It's a bit unnerving.
So Miguel was hoping to recruit others in town? As in, turn us to the dark side? Yikes. Well, if this is anything to go on, we're all there with X's except, hey, you got special markings and stuff by your name. Looks like they really wanted to recruit you. I'm jealous. I just got a regular mark. Wait, no, there's a minus next to me and Ryan. They really put me in Ryan tier?
You must have really fooled them.
Yes, let's go with that. I mean, if they knew who I was, they probably wouldn't try to recruit me, but rather try to kill me, which never happened, so I've got that going for me.
Okay.
Well, we have a few things here we can follow up on. I want to take some time to simulate their whole scheme in my head again, to see if we missed anything. So, can you go around town and talk to Cooper, Ernest, and Burgess? Let me know what you turn up.
I'm gonna leave. I don't know if she leaves right away because I'm hoping to get the other scene that's in there. Is she gonna leave? Grace. No, I don't think so. I think we have to go talk to them and go back to her. Okay. So we're gonna go do that. What am I standing on? Oh. That was trippy. Trippy, trippy, trippy.
Light, order, and the future of mankind? Oh snap! New scripture just dropped! Eh? Miguel wrote it? Ew! Evil villain fanfic! And yet, my eyes cannot turn away! Oh dang! This is bad! I mean, you know me, I'm always looking on the bright side of things, but yeesh! Never try to rewrite a classic. That's the real lesson in this scripture. Plus, like, the strong must control the weak? Come on! That's super OOC for us! Wow, thinking back, I guess the clues were all there. He was always getting freestyle with his sermons. I always thought it was kinda cool, actually. Going off script? Wow! Imagine actually doing that. Wait a sec. Have I been brainwashed by the evil Duvos version of our scripture?
Has your view on evil changed recently?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if anything, I'd say I dislike evil more than I used to. I mean, what with all the evil going on these days? Wait a sec. Rah! Fire and brimstone! Repent, heretics! Just kidding! Just kidding. Peace and love. Peace and love. And water. Love that H2O! Matilda always says that everyone sees different things in the scripture. So all you can do is to look deep inside and listen to your own heart to find the real answers. And my heart says, this stuff is not it. Well, you've given me a lot to think about. Thank you.
Okay. We're going to take a pit stop and see how we're doing with this stuff. Short on iron plates right now. And some, okay, so we got a while. What else did I need? Oh, so those are done. I can turn into Vivi if I see her. Okay. We're getting there. I'm gonna put it up here just to start getting things on it. Okay. Very good. We're gonna go over to Cooper, I think. Yeah. Yep. Daisy is here.
Howdy there. Waving around a piece of paper, I see. Pretty keen, pretty keen. Wait a sec. That's no ordinary piece of paper. Why, that's a musical score. All I want for the day of the bright sun is you. That's a classic. You know, and it really only gets more true with time as you realize it's not the gifts that fall from the sky that matter, but the chance to get wrapped up with loved ones. Well, give it here. There's a gander in the foot. Uh-huh. Ah, shucks. Where'd you get this?
It's a piece of evidence in a massive conspiracy case.
Holy guacamole! Well, you've come to the right place. Heck, anytime there's a mystery in this darn town, first fella on the scene ought to be your boy Coop. Let me just take a look here. My first thought is aliens, but wait a sec. Now, here's the real conspiracy. All these here notes are plumb wrong. You done went and left this here chord half diminished. If you're gonna diminish a chord, diminish it all the way. That's the problem with y'all's generation. And this one here, that's a C flat. And this is supposed to be a B sharp. This is a D. This is a D. This is also a D. There's almost poetry in how bad this is. Lucky for you, I'm only pulling a 15-hour shift today. So, I got time to help out little homies. Here, let me fix this piece here for you right quick. There. Whew. Dang, that was tougher than I thought. All right, well, there you go then. Get practicing. Once you got it good, come play with me and Hugo. Just remember, I after E, except after C. That's the other one. Well, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Huh? What are you still there for? We got work to do. Oh, right. Okay, I get it. You want to know why I can read music, but I can't read all them regular words and whatnot. The answer's simple. Only 7 notes you can find on a score. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Then it's A again. Alphabet's got 26 of them. Man's got to know his limits. After G in the alphabet, well, that's when it gets fuzzy, man. Be seeing you then. Like I said, come jam with us sometime.
Okay. Next is Ernest. I'm gonna go give this to Vivi. Just as the crazy person. Hey, partner. Phew, civil core looking not so great right now. Well, except for you, us other guys let a lot fly under the radar for far too long. You're deputy now for sure. If you want to be, heck, you can be sheriff too.
Be seeing you.
That would be fun. Being builder and sheriff. Well, you say Harvey's grown up to be quite the mature young man. Seems like a completely different person. He isn't that impulsive little boy anymore. The pup is finally back in the pack. What a pleasant turn of events. Logan being good all along. And the whooping I planned on giving him when has been reduced from severe to mild. Good news all around. I can't imagine you. Well, I can't imagine you like whooping out a can of whoop ass on somebody, giving someone a whipping. I guess a verbal lashing would probably be more. But even then, I couldn't picture her doing that. +8. Oh, I already knew that because I looked it up before. Ernest.
Hello there! Do you need my help for something? Oh, yes, one of my earlier works. Who could have known it'd blow up like it did? Oh, but hey, there are some mistakes here in the lyrics. This line, it's not supposed to be watching falling stars with you and listen to the stars shine. It's supposed to be listen to them shine. I would never use the same word like that back to back. Plus, it ruins the meter. Oh, every line with the word star in it has a mistake. Weird. Did somebody try to bootleg our song? Well, I can fix it for you so at least your copy is right. Let me just... There. Now all the lyrics are right. Where did you get this anyway? Learning music?
Saw this is Nestor pending.
Oh, yes. Kinda cringy, huh? Well, give me a break. I made it up when I was 13. Then it became my official name at the copyright office, so I kind of got stuck with it. Well, this gives me an amusing little anecdote to include in one of my short stories. Thanks for the inspiration. Good luck with the song.
Oreo, oh, this is known for art. Oreo's ideas do really make sense. He's got a good head screwed on his shoulders. Making Amira's business flourish like that, well, Luna is always asking me to send her more. You kind of randomly get more people talking about the RVO stuff. It's like, okay. Like you kind of forget about all that, and then you're like, oh, we're back on that. Okay. And then we'll talk to Grace some more. And then she'll, I think, leave. And then we can do the other
Any
thing.
result? So no one's read that book of Miguel's. And Burgess said he'd never heard any sermons out of it. That's a relief. I thought about it more and more while you were gone. I mean, what if Miguel really started convincing people to see Duvos in a positive light? That would have unimaginable consequences. And the sheet music? It's full of mistakes? Make no mistake, these errors may not yet be erroneous, but rather omissions of intention. Can I take a look? I see. Aha! I've got it. It's a code, or rather, a key to a cipher. The lyrical mistakes are particularly placed. Left 3, right 5, up 8, down 7. If we use this cipher, we can crack any message intended for Pen or Miguel. And the musical mistakes? I spot 5 of them. 5 numbers in your average radio frequency. Doubt that's a coincidence. That music must be the frequency they're operating on. And this frequency is different from what we intercepted before. That means Duvos knew we were listening before, and the telegrams they sent us must have been phishing operations to get me and Logan into the open. Dang, we did it! We can put our interrogation on hold. We've got everything we need to find the secret telegraph station right here.
We can track them.
Exactly. We can pretend to be Pen. We send encoded messages out on the agreed-upon frequency. And if anyone is at the telegraph station, we can triangulate them after they respond. ACI has signal triangulators, but they're huge. There's no way we can ship them here and install them without the enemy knowing exactly what we're doing. I'm going to update the Civil Court and City Hall about this. Could you talk to Chi and ask him if it's possible to make a miniature signal triangulation device? If there is, then we're all set. Good thing we looked into the whole sheet music thing, huh? All right, talk soon. Let's do this.
Okay. Does she leave or doesn't she? I want the mission that's in there, Grace. Okay. Please spawn. I think this one to me is so funny. Yeah. Hey. Psst. Hey, newbie, over here. Yeah, hey, it's me, your old buddy Yan. Seems there's been a little mix-up. See, they messed around and arrested the wrong person, and well, you're a busy newbie. Or you're a busy newbie. I'm not gonna bog you down with the details. Could you see those keys over there? Could you bring them to me? I'll give you a promotion. Can you even hear yourself? Utterly pathetic. Lexi has the wits to see through any such ruse and the integrity not to be bought by likes of you. Indeed, a worthy opponent. I do actually like that Pen always thinks of us as like in high esteem. Are you two half-wits blind? Newbie here couldn't put their shoes on straight without guidance from me, their glorious leader. Now come on, newbie. Help your bestest buddy Yan, won't ya? Will ya? Old buddy, old pal, give me the keys. Think of what all I've done for ya. Give me the keys. Sure, let me grab them for you. Perfect. I always knew you were the best, newbie. Hey, you know, if I ever pushed your buttons, it's just tough love, you know? Wanted to really see you reach your full potential. I don't know why I love this mission. That's good. You nearly got them. Just reach your hand out and pick them up. Fail to pick up the keys. Oh, yep, they're slippery, I guess, but don't worry. You can do it. Just squeeze those hand muscles. Really dig in there. Fail again. Shoot, well, never give up, newbie. It's always like I say, you can do it. Just firmly grasp the keys. Fail again. No worries, newbies. Third time's a charm. Fail again. Did I say third? Gosh, be fourth. Go, newbie. Hip, hip, hooray. Fail again. Oh, that's the closest one yet, newbie. Keep up the due diligence. Pretty soon, people around the office will be calling you key grabber, yeah. Oh, for the love of the light, can you please just pick up the frickin' keys, Skinny? All right, there you go, newbie. You'll make deputy for this. What's that? Look for? Sure. I can make you deputy of the Commerce Guild. Of course it exists. I'll explain. More just as soon as you get me out of here. Yes, that's it, newbie. You're carrying those keys like a seasoned pro, I dare say. You know, I was really wrong to ever discount you. I should have known you were middle management material from the very first time I laid eyes on your key-grabbing mittens like those. Go to the cell door. Do you honestly not understand what is happening here? Shh, I'm trying to get us out of here. Watch and learn. Don't listen to the hater, newbie. You're doing great. And it continues up here. Well done. Success is upon us. It's been an arduous journey, newbie, but you've stayed the course. Bully to you, newbie. Bully to you. Now, just put the key in the lock there and turn it counterclockwise. Do nothing. You've got it, newbie. Yeah, what are you? What are you waiting for? Do nothing. We did it. All you have to do is turn the key and I'm free. Do nothing. Please, do nothing. Please, newbie, I'm begging you. I'll do anything you ask. Anything your heart desires. You want to be commissioner? Sure. You got it. Want me to fire that pesky Mian you're always complaining about? Consider it done. Do nothing. I am a broken man, newbie. I am here on my knees. Well, not literally. This floor is disgusting, but I'm down on my knees in spirit. Do nothing. Oh, well, newbie, please. I can't stay in here. I've learned my lesson. Really, I'll do whatever it is you're charging me again. I'm so sorry. Please, do nothing. Nah. No. Darn newbie, darn you to heck. I offer you friendship and you spit in my face. I curse you, newbie. I curse your family. I curse your ancestors. I curse that stupid mailbox of yours. We all know it's ugly. Wait. You can't leave me in here with these criminals. Look at my supple wrist. They'll eat me alive. Check under my bed. Those loose floorboards. Consider it in advance, right? Old buddy, old pal? Shut up. Oof. Not the spleen! I must admit, I should stop this, but I don't want to. I'm just gonna say, hey, stop. Don't be such a buzzkill, Lexi. You already put us in jail, now you want to deny us access to such basic human rights as punching weasel boy weenies like Yan. Do we prisoners not also bleed? Do we not also bleed? Whoa, what all this cockamamie nonsense flustering about in this here jail? I got that part right, but I can't say the most basic part, jail cell. Am I gonna have to get the jukebox out again? You arrived just in the nick of time, Sheriff. This hardened criminal was just about to turn coat and release these other hardened criminals from prison. Luckily, I stopped them, so if you'll just kindly put them in jail and let me out, I'm gonna have to go get the jukebox out again. No, we'll be good. Please, don't make us listen to any more of that girl, the same song again and again on repeat. That's right, Luna. And as it so happens, I have tracked down her first album where she hasn't really found her voice yet. And the micromanaging from the record label is glaringly obvious. We're stopping, okay? Come on, man, chill. That's more like it. Run along, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on these no-good nicks. And you just enjoy yourself. You hear? You just wait till Mion finds out how you betrayed me, newbie. She will always be. She always was my favorite. She'll help me. Oh, shut up. Okay, so the great thing about that is because, you actually do go to Yan's house. There is $500. So I did all that for $500 because I am that person. So you go to Yan's house. She actually has a very nice house. These are all relics. That's a lamp you can buy in Portia. Those are relics from Portia. A painting, I think, you see in Portia, I think. This is a relic, those are relic. And then where it says check, there's $500. Oh, I love it. This is also a rug from Portia. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go to Chi now. I just love doing that. I don't know why. Just for free $500. That'll do it. Katori!
Ah, hey! How you going? Let me just bounce something off you. Kinda random, but I'm thinking about joining the World Literature Club. The first book is free.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get that free book and then unsubscribe. What do you think about that?
Kind of unethical.
Ah, come on. Surely they wouldn't implement such a policy if they weren't prepared to eat some losses due to folks like me. Ah, shucks. With or without your blessing. I'm gonna do it anyway. Business is business. Sometimes you gotta do whatever you can to get ahead. Maybe if you open your own shop, you'll understand that too one day. Thanks anyway. Catch ya.
Heard Arvio got Moose's investment. It's been how long? Arvio sure is persistent, huh? If Arvio can do it, then, well, I gotta up my game. Funny story, that's kind of along the lines of what she just talked about. My grandfather, who's no longer with us, he was born in 1920, so he grew up in the Great Depression. Home, we're gonna get this.
Greetings. Recovering well after the debacle over in Town Square, I hope? Yes, I've heard all about it. I like to keep myself informed on cataclysmic events occurring in our city-state. It is always good to be where the bullets are not. In any case, you handled yourself spectacularly, so I have heard. Truly impressive. A miniaturized triangulation device. And the reason you need to do so is... it's a secret? Fascinating. So there is more to this water-thieving tale after all. Well, if you're sworn to secrecy, don't compromise your integrity by telling me. I will find out on my own. If you hadn't guessed by my less than astonished reaction to your request, yes, I can help you. The technology already exists. In fact, my grandpa made something similar to locate underwater relics a long time ago. Allow me to explain.
No, go on, I'm curious.
Of course, we could simply run a check on all frequencies being broadcast anywhere nearby, seek out the one in question, then build a highly directional large antenna that would lead us straight to the source. However, this depends on signals being sent out regularly, which I feel I can fairly assume is not the case, being that this is a secret telegraph station. Therefore, we will need 3 highly directional large antennae.
Triangulation, right?
Indeed. Showing understanding of a concept outside of your area of expertise. I'm impressed. Now, for this next part, pay attention. Try not to be obtuse. That was a bit of triangulation humor there for you. You see, an obtuse person would not be able to understand a concept as sophisticated as signal triangulation. You, however, are someone who has never displayed any obtuse characteristics. Therefore, there was no reason for me to offer such a warning. That's the joke. Triangulating the signal will allow us to know where the source is within a roughly 0.2 league radius, and all we will need is one outgoing signal to identify it. Oh, you know the frequency they operate on already? I see. Sometimes I feel like you have all the fun. Well, if you know the frequency, we'll just need to track an outgoing signal sometime after we have built and installed the 3 antennae. Setting up 3 traces outside of the possible area where the station might be Registering the direction that the signal comes from at each of our locations will allow us to draw 3 lines on a map that should all intersect directly on top of our secret telegraph station.
Bravo.
Rather elementary, nothing you're unfamiliar with. I just thought it might be worthwhile to regale you with a world-famous direct-to-cheese, thoroughly digestible scientific explanation, in case you need to explain it to someone, obtuse. Very well. That will be 20 data disks. By your look, you're probably wondering why I'm asking for that even during such precarious times. Well, I'm stuck with this overly bureaucratic mechanic handed down by the higher-ups, so I'm sorry. Thank you. I will send you the diagram for the triangulator as soon as they are finished. Best of luck.
Okay, so, my grandpa, he was born in 1920. So he grew up in like the Great Depression and all of that, and he was the oldest of 11 children. And when he had his first house with my grandma, Sears used to have a sale. If you don't know what Sears is, it was an old department store that has since long gone out of business. But they used to have a sale in which you were guaranteed, if you bought paint, that it would cover in one coat. So, my grandfather bought a can of paint. And then he would paint the house. And then he would come back and be like, nope, it didn't cover in one coat. And then they would have to give him the next coat. So then he would go paint the next room. And then he'd be like, no, it still didn't cover. I don't know. So they would give him another coat and he painted his whole house for free doing that. It was like all the stories he would tell us when I was a lad. When I was a lad, I bought my first Model A car for $15. The guy wanted $20, but I talked him down. All those types of stories.
Howdy.
He was just a great storyteller, but yeah. Okay. There we go. I thought the game froze for a second. 15,000. Yeah, him and he is like, so he was like the oldest of 11, and he had like 4 brothers, and they all were about the same way. Just like, it was just so funny. They were all characters. But yeah, that was like one of his favorite stories to tell, was how he painted his whole house for free. Okay, we're gonna go turn in Peachy Keen. Just cause, yeah, the timing, I don't know why, with the last episode I did not look at the clock. I should have, oops. I should have looked at it before I started the whole Grace interrogation scene, but I don't know, I'm like, oh, a mission. Okay. Excuse me.
Wowee! Nice one! Now our Peach looks as young as the day he was when he was immortalized for this particular image that we seem to use for all the Peach statues. Look who it is! Everyone's favorite mayor-architect duo. What brings you to our neck of the woods? Say, have you seen what the builder did with the statue? Pretty ace, if I do say so myself.
Oh, that looks so well done.
Fine work indeed. I dare say our Peach looks as young as the day he...
The day he was immortalized for this particular image that we seem to use for all the Peach statues?
Yeah.
Well, I hate to dampen anyone's spirits, but I'm afraid we have some less than stellar news to report.
Oh, no!
Don't worry. It's not the end of the world.
We've been down to check on the Oasis water source, done some measurements. We thought the water thieves were really straddling that relic, but... Well, have you noticed the water level going up lately, Burgess?
Our Oasis water comes from a relic? What? Indeed. This is sour news. I'll need some time to reflect on the ramifications of such a revelation. The sacred water I hold so near and dear to my heart comes from Age of Corruption technology?
Oh, right. Forgot that might be something that would bother you. That wasn't even the bad news.
Wasn't even the bad news?
What's the bad news?
We can come back later.
No, let's just rip the bandage off!
This is like the worst day ever for birds.
All right. We didn't actually find the machine that generates the oasis water. It's somewhere deeper underground. But even when we turned on the flow of water into the oasis to the maximum, the water level isn't going up. We think the relic is on its last leg. We're going to have Chi take a look at it, but for now, we're going to need to keep the water conservation policy. Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was?
Same as it ever was.
Don't you all worry about me. I'll keep doing my best. Just like I know you will, too.
Thank you, Pastor Burgess. I'm glad we ran into you, too. We'll update you on the status of the underground water machine when we can. Stay strong, everyone. The Portia Road will be done soon.
Okay. So, the whole thing to repair the relic, that's not in the game right now. So I think that's safe to say that will be in the next update. So that's something to look forward to. I need to finally take care of my crops because it's getting bad. I've put it off long enough. Wow, like everything is ready. Whoopsie. This was jute cantaloupes. These are sweet potato peppers. Next will be these. Starting to remember to put them in like some type of order. This will be next. The tomatoes. Then these. Then we'll do sand leeks. We'll do 3 sand leeks. And the rest as wheat, because I haven't done wheat in a while. But I do need to get water from Rosie's box. So like if you want to give Rosie like the bare minimum of water, the way to do it is to I know, water depleted. The way to do it is to put it in your hotbar and then give her the bare minimum. If you leave the water in your hotbar, it will not filter to any of the other chests. So, sometimes I will give her just like 10 or so. And, oh, I put this over. Sometimes I'll give her 10 and then just let her have at it, essentially. And then when it needs topping up, I'll top it up. It's like just one way around it. I wish you didn't, like I said, I've said this before, I wish you didn't have to have it on you for to be able to take care of your plants. Okay. Wow. I'm going to put the dew in here. There's no point in carrying it around with me. Not the data discs, though. We're going to make the dew into water, and I think I'm just going to go to bed. I'll check the machines. Ooh, I'm going to buy this because I am going to sell the livestock. And it would be nice to keep them, but they do use water. And, you know, I think I have plenty of the stuff that they give, so that they drop. So I'm not too fussed if they go away. After this, we're gonna do this. After the magnets do come up once in a blue moon on the commission board, they are not something that is worth making a point to craft. Just if it's on the board, make it. And I tried once to be ahead of the game. What does this take to refine? I one time tried to be ahead of the game and like make some, and it comes up so infrequently, it was not worth it. So it's really it depends. It's up to you if you want to or not. I'm gonna do more copper. So now instead of taking 10, it takes 14. So 140 of it. And with that, I am going to go to bed. Itchy. Oh, hello Nemo and Banjo and Macchiato. When you say their names in succession like that, you finally notice that they all end in O. I never noticed that until this very moment. Just really sad. Story, maybe. Maybe. It's thinking. Oh, change of seasons. That's right. I totally forgot about the changing of seasons. We'll give Chi something. That's a nice chunk of change. The repeating is really starting to, I mean, it has irked me for a while. It is really getting to me. I'll do this, and I will, nope. Sorry, Owen, I'll do that. Heidi just needs to stop having these really expensive commissions, because it's like, you just get so friendly with her. It's like, you just wish that other people would post stuff. Do I have to hire Rosie? I'm not seeing her anywhere. From Chi attaches a diagram for the triangulators needed to triangulate the secret telegraph signal. Trudy filled me in on most of the details. How exciting this all is. It's just like one of those old world entertainment shows that I definitely do not watch. She also asked me to inform you to install triangulators at 3 locations around Sandrock. See attached map. After you're done, go to City Hall. And the map is the same as what he told us before. Workshop ratings. We're #1. Shocking. Interview. Oh, this is essentially old. I wonder what my horoscope would be. I mean, my birthday is in August, so I would assume at being a Leo, I would be that. From Cooper, neat. And from Musa, I got the same impression. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate the honesty. This information was helpful. Oh, there's Rosie. She just kind of disappears sometimes. robots doing robot-y things. Wow, those arms are just amazing. We do not have all the material. We had the majority of the material. So we're gonna start this stuff. Nope. Aluminum. Oh, we do have the aluminum plates. We can make it right now. Okay. I misread it. I apologize. I'm gonna split these up. I don't... That's the wrong item. You idiot. This is what I wanted to do. Wow. This has been difficult. Okay. I'm going to start another round of these. We are soon going to have to go to Gecko Runes. Is there another Daisy mission? Yes. Okay, I am going to go fishing very quickly. Hold on. How many did I need? 8? Well, I'm gonna grab this also. Okay. 8. 8 fish is what I needed, right? Anything else I need to buy? No. Okay, 8 fish. Do need to go to the other fish places eventually to catch them all. I do kind of want the fish pond, and I want a fish pond that's full. Oh, he just despawned like pretty much as soon as I did that. That's not fair. How many was that? 4. Okay. We'll wait for the little... Oh, you're not going to because the big fish? You're afraid of the big fish? Ooh, we got him just in time. That's 6. And hopefully 8. No. Again, I've said it once, I'll say it a quadrillion times. I wish the big fish had a use other than giving out as gifts or money. I really wish for that. Because it's reaching a point where I have so many big fish. Unfortunately, once you put these things up, they don't come back down, and they're not the most attractive things to look at. So I'm hoping there's eventually a mission to take them down. because they're not attractive at all. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. Gonna make 8 of this. And what else do I need to do? Put other than the refine 5. Okay. I was hoping for a double, but I guess not. See, I don't understand when it does it like this. How they're both worth 42, but I don't understand why it does this. Why they don't stack like that. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay. Just waiting for the food. So this is again going to be a longer episode than I was expecting, but it is what it is. It's kind of where we're at with the story, that things are just going to be longer. It is what it is. Wow, we keep getting doubles. That has to be luck procking. Or did I make 9? I didn't make 9. I made 8. Interesting. So I got 2 doubles. 3 doubles. Interesting. And did I hit a wrong button? I may have to... Oh, I got the seeds. I've never noticed that. I may have to, when I edit this, look at that, because I don't remember hitting 10. Wouldn't shock me if I hit 10, because you can get punchy on these things. Hey there, Lexi. The birds are singing, the sun is shining, the sky is just a little bluer now that I finally got to take that mopstick bam zoom straight to the moon. I think I might never be sad again. I would like to know what Yan did to him for him to be this upset. It's just never finishing things on time? Because that's a lot of anger to have for someone who just doesn't finish things on time. Like, I get it. I get it when someone's slacking, it's holding you back. That is a thing, but to be this mad is something else. Okay, we need a horse. That's the button I want. Okay. We will put this one in. We're just going to kind of make a round and then finish at City Hall. So we are right now heading into what is pretty much the end game. This is the end game as of right now. I always had my suspicions about your old boss, Yan, but Miguel always seemed like he really believed in the Church of Light's teachings. I wonder where it went so wrong. I might just start avoiding all of her commissions altogether, because she's our BFF already. So just like, I'm just wasting a commission. Well, she has this, because there's such good money, that's the problem. But it's like you're wasting a commission on her because there's no friends to be had there. Or no friendship points, I guess, to be had there. Give this to Chi. Get the Elsie thing. Oh, now they have more lines. Unfortunately, I was unable to intuit the nature of the water stealing contraption, as wiring pipes through the Peach statue is so utterly asinine that no sane mind could ever imagine it being a possibility. Glad you stumbled into their rather sinister plot.
Thank you.
And Elsie thing. Let's talk to Elsie because she's here. Already talked to Elsie. Well,
last night I had a dream about riding on a yak mel, and it jumped me straight up to the moon. Then we kept riding around till I woke up. Hey, what's that look for? I reckon it could happen if your yak mel was fast enough.
sure.
Take her easy.
And it had like a rocket launcher on it. Sure. Oh, this is, I think, the cute scene.
Oh, this is the famous Wandering White, right?
Yes, sirree. Hey, Mabel. Looks like our ranch is getting famous.
Wow, coming all this way for us?
We never used to, but recently this big duck has been delivering yak milk for us, and we wanted to come and see what it was all about. Thank you so much. We don't really get merchants coming through our village, so we don't get much other than sand rice usually. Your daughter has been a lifesaver.
Duck, you say?
Yeah. Your daughter is that animal whisperer that can speak to the beasts, right? She's famous all over. My son wanted to learn how to speak like a wolf from her. Now he won't stop howling. Great to see where it all comes from, though. Thank you for letting us stop by.
Isn't this nice?
Hey, Ma, Pa, what are you guys doing?
We were visited by some lovely tourists who seem to have been visited by a certain girl who can speak to beasts.
Well, ain't quite like that. I prefer the term monster whisperer.
Now it looks like someone's got a little promise to keep, Coop?
The bet! I forgot all about it. So, Pa?
Look at our girl all grown up, Coop. She really is something to be proud of. Come on now.
I'm sorry.
What was that? I didn't really hear nothing. I thought you were gonna say something, Coop.
Shucks. Fine. I guess I want to say is that ever since you were small, I dreamed one day you'd be working on the old ranch with your old man. We'd have so much fun cleaning the troughs, scraping the barn floor, waxing them furs, and...
You're running on there, Coop.
What I'm trying to say is, when it turned out that you didn't much like this here farm work, I shouldn't have forced you to continue. I should have listened to your mom, let you try new things. I am sorry for that, Elsie. I love you, and I'm proud of you. Now, come on in for some pie.
Thanks, Pa. Thanks, Ma. I love you too.
So wholesome. There you go, Elsie. There we go. I think that might be the last blue bubble thing for Elsie. I really think it is. Talk to Trude. I forgot to, I need to get rid of those. The other night I had a dream that a lush greenery of Martle's oasis had spread out in every direction as far as the eye could see. Even thinking about something like that gives me hopes for the future.
So long, partner.
Okay, we're gonna go start the scene for the next part of the story.
There you are.
I'm sorry, can you explain that again? The part where you said, this is not a joke?
This is not a joke. Grace is with Alliance Central Intelligence. She's leading an operation here seeking out any further devotion activity. We need to help her in any way that we can.
I see. It's just, I was really enjoying all of this, and now I'm not.
You don't have to be having a good time, Director. Just do your job.
Just listen to how she talks to me, Maya.
Oh, he has to be an only child. Like, he just has to be.
Grace, could you perhaps be a little nicer to Director Chi? Oh, Light, you two are some of the brightest folks we've got in this town. Would it kill you to get along for the sake of the mission?
I think they bicker because underneath it all, they're actually a lot alike.
We are nothing alike.
Oh, that's finely voiced.
Oh, fine. We're almost done here anyway. I will tolerate the fry cook's rudeness.
Based on the cipher, the new frequency Duvos is operating on is 140.15.
The Civil Corps has been on the strictest patrol regimen of their lives. It can't be any of our people. Who could be out there doing something like this?
Guess we'll find out soon.
Indeed you will. Since the builder is here, we can assume all the triangulators are in place and operational. All we need now is one strong signal on the 140.15 frequency. Just one constant signal, and we'll have the location. Now, if this signal source is very far away, I can't promise anything. So with that, I turn it over to our mayor.
Duvos is going to find out that we did this. How is the Alliance going to react? And then, we're only going to get one shot at this, right?
Just keep them on the line long enough for me to track the signal.
Well, they're up to something out there. Probably better to find out what it is on our terms.
Right. Well, maybe we should postpone, think things through a bit more.
I just say we go for it. We have to tell the Alliance eventually. And like Grace said, Duvos will find out as soon as we do. We can't keep putting this off.
What do you think?
Let's call him now.
Well, if I'm the only one holding out. All right, make it so. Fire up the telegraph. Ooh, that felt decisive.
She's so cute.
Good. We're in agreement then. The antennae are in place. The wire's hot. Everyone ready? All right, so the message. We need to be convincing. Let's start with...
This is Duvos HQ.
I agree. Surely they've sent and received messages with HQ. There should be no way for them to tell the difference between us and them. At least, not immediately. As for the content of the message...
New telegraph. Who dis? Reported.
Good idea. Vague enough that we won't arouse suspicion. Sounds bossish. Plus, they might even reply with something juicy if we're lucky. Okay, let's do this. Got the cipher right here. Report in. This is HQ.
Still nothing? Do they know? Maybe send another message. Ask if they got it.
Well, maybe it just didn't work?
Contact. Here's the reply. Let me decipher this. HQ. Extraction in final step. Awaiting orders. Trying to re-establish contact with Tiger.
Extraction? A final step?
They're looking for Tiger.
Keep them on the line.
You're asking, Tiger, are you on this frequency? Please respond. Do we respond with something?
I am Tiger.
Yeah, maybe the best bet. Tiger, please enter code. Please respond.
Keep them on the line. Almost there.
HQ, please advise. They might not buy that we're Tiger, but they still think HQ is on the line.
Give me one more and we've got them.
Continue with plan.
Attention, attention! Tiger has been compromised, HQ. Switching to plan Zeta.
Signal location received. We've got them. It's northeast of here.
Finally!
Can't wait to go knock on that doorstep and look them in the eye.
What the? HQ, copy. Switching to plan Zeta. Jam all signals. Occupy Sandrock. Cut the rail links. Signal blackout now. Whale Express en route. Crap.
Crap!
We've got no signal going out. It really is jammed.
So we can't call for help?
Well, they're sending an airship to invade us? Duvos' airship can hold armies in them.
Why? Why are they doing this? This will mean war with the entire alliance.
To finish their extraction.
That must be it. Extraction. That's the first thing they said in the report. Maybe they're not trying to extract their agents. They're trying to extract something. Something that's worth crossing all political and military red lines over.
Who cares who's extracting what? We need to mobilize. They basically said, occupy Sandrock now. We don't know where they're coming from or how many are there, but we don't have a lot of time.
Time to prepare our defenses. The first thing we should do is send someone on horseback to Atara and Highwind. We must get help from the other free cities.
Got it. I'll send people right away.
Director Chi, what sort of technology does the research center have in the line of defenses? Things that can be built relatively quickly.
I cannot believe this day has finally come. Mayor, now might be a really good time for you to retroactively absolve me of any technological crimes I hypothetically may or may not have committed in the last, let's say, 7 years.
All right.
Do you remember that discussion we had on the subject of turning Sandrock into a battle fortress? Just in case, and also for science.
Yes. You wanted to draw up diagrams for all sorts of swords and guns and bombs that we have absolutely no need for whatsoever. I specifically told you not to do that.
Right, well, I was bored, so I did design one that somewhat fits in with that wacky religious doctrine that you all seem to so love and adore. A non-lethal, hyper-compressed air cannon. Never runs out of ammunition, blasts large areas of effect. Perfect for those pesky invading armies.
I suppose we're going to need everything we can get.
So, that's a yes? Builder, you're in, right? Yes? Builder? Mayor? Everyone?
You had me at cannon.
All right. Well, I think that about settles it. I would dig up the design to make the air cannon turret and get it to you as soon as I get back to the research center.
In the meantime, I'll figure out what kind of stuff we can commission. Any extra weapons and armor can make a difference. Could we get some more bullets? Maybe some, super bullets? Is that a thing?
Yes. I trust all of you to come up with the best defenses we can have available on such short notice. I must admit, I'm far from any kind of military expert. Whatever it takes, forget about budget, just protect our town. I'll leave you to it. I need to warn everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Let's not put everyone in a panic.
Blank check. Blank check?
Anyone else, or is he more anxiety-inducing than the declaration of war? Please keep your head on your shoulders, Director. This is not a chance for you to play mad scientist or cartoon robots or whatever else it is you might be thinking. We need effective countermeasures, and we need them fast.
Yes, I'm familiar with how time works. At least, to the extent that anyone else in my field is. You will have the best I have to offer.
That'll have to do.
Can you please speak with your cohort Neon and tell her that you both now have 1 million things to build? The Commerce Guild no longer functions as I understand it.
Sure thing.
We need both of you builders cranking out this stuff as fast as possible. The fate of Sandrock may very well depend on how you two perform.
We'll show them Sandrock ain't nothing to mess with.
Dig the confidence. All right, let's get to it then.
Indubitably.
That is like one of my favorite words. Indubitably. Indubitably.
Everyone, emergency. I have an emergency announcement. We have credible intelligence that the Duvos Empire will be launching an attack on Sandrock very shortly. This is not a drill. We don't know when it is exactly, but they're coming.
I love that Van Gogh is just bombing the ball.
Attack?
Why are they attacking Sandrock?
What's the Alliance doing? Surely they're coming as well.
We don't know the exact reason for this aggression, but all communications have been jammed. We can assume they're also disrupting the rail lines. No one is coming to our aid. We have only ourselves to rely on now. We're drawing up a plan right now for the defense and evacuation of Sandrock. Check with Heidi if you think you can help. For those of you who wish to fight, report to Justice. Please let everyone know. We're going to get through this. Somehow. That is all. Thank you. Light be with us.
Watch this. Should we start packing?
Be brave, everyone. That's what the Church of the Light usually has to say.
There's brave, and then there's stupid. How are we to stand against the Duvo's army?
Hey!
Andy.
What's the matter with y'all? Whatever happened to I believe in Sandrock?
It's a lot to take in, son.
Well, I still believe in Sandrock, and I ain't letting some Duvo's bozos ruin that. I'm gonna whoop their butts.
That's the spirit, Andy. We ain't going down without a fight. That said, Sandrockers, I need 2 volunteers to ride for Atara and Highwind to get help. Pronto.
I'll go. I'm the fastest rider here.
All right, that's 1.
I volunteer as tribute.
Maybe.
It's gonna be dangerous, partner. You sure you're up for this?
I've made up my mind already.
Oh, Riri, I've never seen you like this.
I'm tired of waking up at 11:30 and getting around to doing something by 2, and sitting around thinking, well, most of the day is gone. Kinda too late to get anything done today anyway. From now on, I'm gonna be the man I always knew I could be. A real father to our future child, Dan.
Whew. Oh my gosh, I just want to smooch ya. Come here, you.
Tut, my turtle dove. I must defer your loving embrace until I can face you as a man deserving of such sweetness.
Go get Logan. He'll need his help.
Got it. Be safe and Godspeed.
I'm off. Goodbye, Sandrock. The old Rion you knew shall not return. The next time you see me, I will be a man.
Okay. So he calls himself Rion. Good to know. Okay, and we now have from Chi, here's a diagram for the air cannon turret as well as its auxiliary power supply unit. In more peaceful times, I'd be overwhelmed with joy to buy such a beautiful creation, but alas, it isn't meant to be. Please install this in front of City Hall when completed. Hope this will defend Sandrock. And then this is just saying this is not a drill. Dubas is attacking. So, the only thing I'm going to do is we're going to go find Mion and get the line from her. So many people want so many things. Arvio. She's probably in her house. So installing the cannon is what makes the story go. So if you don't want the story to go, don't install the cannon. Why am I at Chief? I wanted to go to Mion. Oops, I'm stuck on her house. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Like, is she just staring at the Commerce Guild wall still? Hey, I heard the details. Never thought I'd see a war this far into the Far City. So, guess as builders we'll need to do our parts to protect the town. And with no commissioner, I guess it's on us to figure out how we want to do this. You know, I did always kind of imagine that one day one of us would be calling the shots, but I never imagined it would be like this. Well, commissioner, co-commissioner, this is it. What do you want me to build? I don't think this makes a difference. I'm gonna say, I guess ammunition. I'll say ammunition. Right, I can do that. I'll talk to him. We'll make sure, and we'll make sure everyone's got what they need to stand up to an army. All right, let's do this. No pressure's gonna stop us. Okay, I'm off to my workshop. Good luck.
Hey, I heard from Musa that you'll be handling the brunt of the Road to Portia project's work. That's awesome.
Wow, we really neglected me. Thanks, I'm excited.
Yeah, you're gonna rock it. Get it? Smashing rocks? I'll be holding down the fort while you're handling all the big stuff. Any routine repairs, low priority commissions, I'll handle all of that so you can focus on what's important. Let's do our best.
Okay, and then with that, I am going to start the stuff and we're going to end the episode. In the meantime, after I submit these things on these machines, I am going to go run to the Gecko Ruins and I will just end the night. So I'm going to end the episode here and we'll build the cannons next time and start a war. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of my time at Sandrock. Next episode will be, I don't know if it starts straight away, but it might be just at least turning in the cannon. It might be the rest of the story. I don't know. So hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourself and bye for now.